If you drive north on I-5 past downtown, you'll pass exit 15B, built for a freeway that doesn't exist. It's a wide, high-speed connector that dumps you onto Pershing Drive and B Street, regular city streets. That ramp was designed for SAR 171, the Switzer Canyon Freeway. San Diego spent 68 years planning that highway. Then the city that wrote the plan bought the canyon to kill it. Take that exit, and you'll notice it right away. The lane is too wide and the curve is too gentle for a local street. It's built as a freeway-to-freeway connector, the kind of ramp that lets you merge from one highway to another without ever touching the streets below. Except it dumps you straight onto Pershing Drive and B Street, regular city roads laid out in the early 1900s, long before anyone imagined a freeway cutting through. Caltrans poured this connector in the 1960s, back when SR 171 was still on the state highway maps and the Switzer Canyon Freeway looked like an inevitable part of the city's growth. They built a ramp for a highway that never arrived. The idea was born in 1926, when a city planner named John Nolan drew a highway through Switzer Canyon in his master plan for San Diego. Nolan was a nationally known figure. He designed the layout of Balboa Park, and in that same plan he drew a connection that would have sliced a freeway through the canyon just east of the park he helped create. The idea sat on paper for 3 decades. By the time Caltrans picked it up in the late 1950s, the neighborhoods around Switzer Canyon were already built out. The canyon was already a scar. Nolan's line on a map was now a state highway with a number, SR 171. The alignment was simple on paper and brutal on the ground. SR 171 would have started near downtown at Interstate 5 and run northeast through the full length of Switzer Canyon to connect with Interstate 805 near the busy junction with Interstate 8. The 1960 state map showed it cutting through southeast Balboa Park first, then the golf course, then residential blocks, demolishing homes that had stood for generations. The only thing missing was the freeway itself, and Caltrans was ready to build it. This was the route the Pershing Drive off-ramp was built to serve. The route was set, the funding was committed, and the off-ramp was already poured. The state highway map showed SR 171 as a solid line. The freeway looked inevitable. In the late 1970s, development proposals for the canyon started reaching the city council, and neighborhoods on both sides of the boundary found out what was coming. Residents watched surveyors walk their blocks with clipboards. They pulled the state maps and saw their own homes marked for demolition. The Burlingame Homeowners Association formed in 1980. Their objective was one sentence: stop the freeway. No lawyers on retainer. No lobbyists in City Hall. They had a canyon in their backyard, and the refusal to watch it disappear. The turning point came in 1987. The city of San Diego bought Switzer Canyon as an open space preserve. Let that sink in. The same city that had been planning this freeway since the 1920s bought the canyon to block it forever. A single property transaction made the freeway physically impossible. This was the smoking gun. The state didn't get the memo. Caltrans kept printing CA 171 on its official maps through 1990. 3 years after the route was already dead. A freeway that existed only on paper and stayed there long after the reality had changed. SANDAG endorsed deletion in 1993. The San Diego Union Tribune ran a headline that October that read plainly, "Forget the Switzer Canyon Freeway." In 1994, the California legislature formally deleted SR 171 from the state highway system through AB 3132, Chapter 1220. The route that had been proposed in 1926, adopted in 1959, and mapped in 1964, was completely erased. The exit ramp on Interstate 5 became a bridge to nowhere. 68 years of planning ended not with a vote or a lawsuit. It ended with a property transaction. The city that had pursued the freeway since the 1920s became the owner of the land that made construction permanently impossible. San Diego's solution was unusual. Most freeways were stopped by lawsuits or political pressure. This one was stopped by a checkbook. The canyon that was supposed to become a freeway became a park instead. In 1998, the city tried again. This time a sewer maintenance road straight through the canyon. That's when a local named Carrie Schneider formed Friends of Switzer Canyon. They stopped it, and her model became the blueprint for more than 40 canyon preservation groups across San Diego County. The canyon wasn't saved once. The fight was won twice. The 1957 causeway still splits the canyon into 2 pieces, and the drainage tunnel beneath it is the only connection between the eastern and western sides. That scar remains. The freeway scar does not. The canyon is no longer a line on a highway map. It is a park. The homes that would have been demolished are still standing, and the golf course still operates. The trail is an easy half-mile out and back. You'll smell the black sage before you see it. Every driver who passes exit 15B is seeing the receipt. It's a concrete record of a plan that was adopted, funded, mapped, and then permanently canceled by the same city that first proposed it. If that surprised you, subscribe so you don't miss the next case file, and send it to someone who thinks freeway fights are just about traffic.